top glow. Tiny wings, let them grow. Level up in your cozy clothes. Laugh lines, that's how it goes. Little game on a weekday night. Paint stained hands, sky so bright. Tiny candles, soft warm light. Suddenly the world feels right. We've been running in circles, chasing the same old race. Now we're coloring chaos, finding a softer pace. Every story, a shortcut. Every voice a friend. Press play. Feel the shift begin. Every day there's something new. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot to test my audio. Isn't that just like me?
Awesome.
Hello, beautiful friends in this early sunrise for us in the United States. And Robert, I think it's probably evening time for you?
It's the afternoon. It's 3:00.
It's 3:00, but it's still not
3 p.m.
too late for coffee for you, right?
Perfect. Now the sun is shining and it's an amazing day.
Yeah. Unlike some of our friends in the north, I should say, here in the United States, who are getting
But cold.
they're getting bombarded and frozen. My son, Rob, went to Pennsylvania this weekend. He flew up there, not for a good reason, but he flew up there for a friend's funeral. But it was just I'm like this. The weather was horrible, so I'm really kind of nervous about it. But it's shiny and sunny here in Florida for us. So, and Dee, you're all cuddly. Look at that.
I've got a friend. We were talking about cozy things, and I'm a big lover of stuffed animals. So I brought Juju along with me today.
So cute.
Aww.
I want one. I've seen did the ears move on and so forth, like the automatic?
You have to animate it yourself. But
yeah.
He's my good luck charm. So
it's so cute. It's so cute. So let me say good morning to everybody, or to good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in this, part of the world. Thank you for joining us. We are going to be talking about cozying up today, and Dee's got the right idea because she looks very nice and cozy. First of all, welcome to Brain Hacks. Now, we are formally Mindful Gaming, but it is a new year for 2026, and we decided as a team to expand on a little bit more on what we talk, because we have so much that we can talk about. So our real big focus with Brain Hacks is really to get you thinking and to get you, in the mood for whether it's playing games or crafting or singing or, doing anything with your potential. And so that's really what we want to focus on. And a lot of it has to do with our geekiness, of course, because we're all four of us are geeks. So we enjoy doing a lot of hobbies that have to do with, that type of geekiness, but also rolls over to your career or your life. And so that's really what we wanted to focus on, to bring it to the world. And hopefully 2026, you stay with us through this entire roller coaster of a ride, because it's going to be very fun. And in between, if you go to our website, which is on Linktree, you can view it on mobile as well. We will be putting up shorts, weekly shorts, small little videos of ourselves or of some crafting things that we've done. Okay, Tell didn't like that idea.
I assumed he just got so excited he had to go check it out.
He really did. I think you didn't like that idea, Tell. You didn't want to be the center of attention on your own on your own stream, huh?
No. Here we go. I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So let's get into it. We're going to talk about cozy stuff. This week I had a lot of cozy stuff going on. A lot, which was really good, right? Because we never really take that time to slow down and just kind of be cozy and be in the moment. So I have been streaming a lot of cozy stuff, and I'm really been in the mood to just relax and enjoy the first of the year before everything gets all tangled and screwy over the the next couple of months. So who wants to go first with what they've been doing as far as cozy and sharing with our audience? Not everybody at once. Everybody's still in their cozy mind. Dee, why don't you go ahead?
All right, I'll go first. I've just mostly been taking time to really focus on myself, prioritize myself, and really finding those spaces that make me happy and make me feel cozy and warm, especially since our temperatures in Florida, even in Florida, dropped.
Yes.
What you can't see is the blanket over my legs.
Yeah. Yep.
The big fuzzy blanket that's over my legs, because my office is always cold anyway, and it's even colder now, even with the heat on. So I've been really just delving into creating things, and really, like, I have a tendency to collect games, but I don't look at them until it's like 3 hours before we're supposed to game, or have board game night or something like that, and I'm like frantically reading through the rule book. So I started pulling out some of my games that I've collected over the last couple of years.
Right.
I've been really into my crocheting.
Wow.
Because I crochet every day. It's my my in between space, little zen moment where I just sit there and I crochet for a little while, finish up a row, or get half a row done, and I mark where I am in my pattern, and then I go and I do something much more important. Like cooking dinner, or work.
Who wants to eat? Just crochet.
Hey, I get locked in with my art. I get it.
So and I've instituted a daily yoga practice.
Wow.
Just a bunch of things focusing on my physical health,
Right.
because I've got a number of issues going on that have ramped up lately over the last month or so. They've really ramped up. So I have had to recalibrate and refocus and things like that. So I made a video of my cozy things, of my various cozy things.
Yes.
So I will warn you now, I am not a video editor at all.
That's okay.
Don't worry about it. We're all natural here.
But let me get it uploaded for you. And then, okay, why?
Let's see.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God.
Ooh, those beats are beautiful.
I can see Nova's mind just splitting right now. She's like, oh, so much.
Oh, that is so
food.
cute.
I know.
Yes, there's a pillow.
You make
Woo!
oh wow.
That's beautiful.
Those
I
are so
love
cool.
that.
That did look very cozy.
Oh
That
my
seems like the ideal for
gosh.
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, D, okay? Just looking at that, I feel so like under crafty.
That's what I do. I mean, I'm literally an art therapist.
Yeah.
You know, this is the art and crafts and things like that. That's what I do, and it feeds my soul. It really
Right.
does. And I love making things for myself, but I love making things for other people as well. You
Mhm.
know, I have a couple of projects after I finish the one that the crochet project that I put in there is for me. But when I finish that, I have like 2 projects that are for other people that I've
Right.
got planned, you know, and things like that. And what feeds my soul and makes me feel cozy is creating.
Right. Right. You do a
That's
lot.
my
You
uh,
do a lot of creating. You do that for your therapy too,
I
because
do. I
yeah.
do. And you know, we do masks and we do fiber arts and we do collages and things like that. I have my workshops that are, you know, once a month and that sort of thing. So, you know, creating is where I find my happy space.
Right. Well, you make it a happy space for all of us because Nova and I took your workshop. We created little winter gnomes together. And I'll tell you what, it was the most fun thing that I had done in a long time. And it really was nice to just sit around with friends and just, have some coffee and desserts and talk and really craft this stuff. And I never knew with the stuff that you use, I never knew you could create those things. And when I first walked in and I saw it, and I wish I had a picture of it with me at right now, but I'll put it up on our Brain Hacks site there so that everybody can see what we did. But when I first walked in, all I saw were like socks and like these bead things and like some, yarn or whatever it was. And I was just like, how are we going to do? Like, it feels very complicated just looking at all this stuff, but you really kind of, you really put it into an easy to do step-by-step process for us. So it was, and I couldn't do it on my own because I'd look back and it's like cooking, like watching a cooking show. And I'm like, oh, that looks so easy. But then I go to do it and I'm like, why is my house burning down? But, so I'm horrible at it. But you made it really fun and easy. So again, like if you guys get a chance, head on over to Dee's website and see what workshop she has, because you
Big
are
vouch.
the most crafty people I've ever known.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Yeah. I actually thought that even that you're doing the D&D dice also, you make that yourself.
Oh no, I tried and it is beyond my ability. Mostly because like when you make dice, it's a lot of it's resin work, and that's
Yeah.
really hard to do in our humidity. It doesn't cure properly, and
Okay.
I always end up with bubbles. So my dice
Oh.
is not smooth.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a really thing. But gaming is also one of my cozy spots.
Right.
So that's why I showed off part of my dice vault. That
No,
was
I
only
loved it.
half, by the way. That was only half of it.
She's a
We're
collector.
gonna walk in next time and have a whole like artillery of dice on the wall.
I am a dice goblin.
I can't blame you.
She's
Listen,
probably got like
I'm not a
500
freaking
jails
D&D
aside,
player, but I'll
too.
be browsing, looking at all the custom die there are online. I'm like, I'll take that one and that one and that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there's some really nice ones out there. If you guys have ever get a chance with friends just to sit down and play games that require dice, really, it makes it so much nicer when you can have your own set that you feel fits in with the theme of whatever you're playing.
Yeah.
It really is nice to be able to. I would love to learn how to make my own, but you're right, Dee. Like I wouldn't even know where to start. At least you know where to start. Me. not me.
It's the process that's the hardest part.
Mhm.
It's the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like I said, with the resin,
Yeah.
there's this whole entire, there's the mixing and the bubbles out and pouring it into the molds. You can't do it too fast. You can't do it too slow.
Right.
And then you have to have patience while you're waiting too.
It
That's
takes
something I would have.
It kind of reminds me of candle making, because at one stage I used to do the gel candles, and it's the same thing. Also, if you have to pour it at a certain temperature, then you get the bubbles, and then if it's a little bit higher or lower, then it goes without. And sometimes you want the bubbles, and sometimes you don't want the bubbles.
Right. Right. Candle making is a nice one too. I noticed some candles there, Dee, that you had. Do you make candles as well, or do you just collect them?
No, I just buy them.
Yeah, yeah,
Candles, that'd be fun.
yeah. But there's some really nice ones.
I do like dipping candles and things
Mm.
like that, and I love watching videos of them carving candles,
Yes.
Sweet.
like those
I
super
love that.
fancy carved candles. I
Mhm.
absolutely love watching videos of that.
Right.
Sure.
There's like a satisfaction in watching that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so it's but when it comes to candles, it's mostly just having the candle lit in my space
Right.
Yeah.
with the fragrance and the flame and the warmth that comes off of it.
Mhm.
It's just a comfort.
Right. Right. And I think we take advantage of, that's a really good point, as far as like comfort and making your cozy space, right? Candle can make a big difference. It's like color, right? Certain colors can make or break an area, make it look larger or make it look smaller, and so forth. But candles really do make a big difference. We use like LEDs and lights all the time, but just turn off your lights and put a candle on. That can really set the tone to calm
yes.
it down, really. And
Well,
the
that's
incense
something that a
alone-
lot of people are doing these days. I noticed that a lot of people are getting tired of like the LED fluorescent lighting in their house, so they're swapping back over to like warm lights, and that's something I really like.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because it sort of imitates, the feeling of, a candle being lit or like a fire in the room. But I like it. I think it's quite cozy.
Right, right. And if you can't do that, I know if you're renting, you probably, there are some, like one of my rentals that I had prior years ago, I couldn't light candle. We couldn't have candles in the house because sometimes candles can leave residue. And so they didn't want us lighting candles. I'm not going to tell you that I listened, but to the point where if you can't do a candle, then there are artificial ones that, and then just mix that with, like a little tea light, and then put some incense or, your aromatherapy mixed in with that. And that can kind of set the mood too. So if you can't light a real candle, then there are some options to do with that. But I love your idea, Dee, of just, having that little sanctuary of your own, and reading your books or crocheting, and then having your candle and listening to music or whatever it is, and your coffee, and just relaxing. That makes all the difference in the world. Everything that you showed us made me really feel cozy. That's definitely what I would look for when I was going for cozy. Anybody else in the audience, if you have anything cozy that Dee showed on that video, do you do any crocheting or anything? Share with us. Let us know. Happy Saturday to you too. Thank you for joining us. We're very excited to have you. I know that I don't know what part of the world you're in, but if you are, in the morning, have a cup of coffee on us, right? If it is in the afternoon, have some tea. I don't know. Robert might drink tea.
That's it. I think they're from the UK.
Oh, okay.
That's
UK.
from
There
the
we
UK.
go. It's got to be cold there. Is it cold there?
Yeah,
or
I
is
think
it?
so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm assuming. But you also had cold weather, or it showed on the news. I don't know. The news that we get isn't always what's the real thing. But you also had a cold weather front going down to Florida. Didn't you have like a out of the ordinary colder weather?
Yeah. Yes, we've been, everyone will laugh at us, right? I think Dee and Nova can attest to this, that everyone will laugh at us when it's like when it's down to like 40 degrees here, or even 50, and we're freezing, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's like warm to us." But you got to understand, like, our body temperatures adjust to your environment.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
for us, it's very, we live in a very warm environment. So when it starts to get cold, our body just, naturally kind of locks up. And especially for people like Dee and I, we're Gen Xers. So we're kind of like, our bones are hurting. Could you stop being cold right now?
I'll say this. I may be very young and youthful and lively, as everybody wants to put it, but my bones and my body ache all the time. So when it gets cold, my joints are gonna be sore, my body's gonna be aching, and I'm gonna be wishing I were still in bed. So I get it. But
Well,
the
we
thing
get.
is, I
I
feel like
mean,
a lot of people don't take into account either the fact that, like, some people who are in like these warmer climates may have come from a colder climate, because I grew up my entire life in, like, up in the north where it's like a lot colder, and I've only recently started like getting my body used to like the warmer temperatures and everything. So people are like, "Oh, you guys are so lucky." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm gonna enjoy it now." While the rest of you guys get to deal with all that snow and the cold stuff. I didn't want to deal with that anymore.
well, we did actually get down to freezing, and we've actually got a freeze warning for tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, they're talking 20s with wind chills in the 10s.
It's been like that for the past
Night.
week. It's crazy.
So
I'll tell you too. Like, I'm wearing those thick leggings that you put under your clothes when it's like wintertime. I'm wearing those right now. I have been for like the past few days, just wearing these kind of like the thick underlayers, just because it gets so cold.
Right. You have to feel that coziness. I know, Robert, you
Exactly.
get over in South Africa. Are you guys are opposite seasons than us. So right now
Yes.
you're going through your summertime.
That's it.
Am I correct?
That's
Yeah.
yeah. So we are definitely in the middle of summer, and yeah, because it's completely opposite. You know, when you have your fall or your winter months, then we have our warm weather. But our temperatures don't drop as low as some of the places in the States where we work in Fahrenheit, where if you think of you guys work in Fahrenheit and we work in centigrade. So when 0 centigrade is freezing level, so we don't often go below that. So we go about 13 as cold weather. I need to actually work out what the temperature would be, but it can get really hot and humid over here. So we don't experience snow, especially in where I stay.
So
But
what do
it's
you do when you do get cold, and during your kind of chilly months, or even if it's hot and you feel like you just want to stay in, what is your cozy go-to?
it's usually with a blanket in front of the television, so or a heater. So just in in general with South African homes, we don't have central heating because we don't need it. So, but unless it gets really cold, then you have like a gas burner or something like a heater that you can put in the house just to warm up a bit, or having something nice and warm to eat. We do love our Indian cuisine, so having curries and spicy foods also quite nice, and a cup of cocoa. It's also there's no problem with having a cup of cocoa to warm up the cold bones. But I think while everyone was sitting in the snow and getting cold, I was playing games. so that's my cozy go-to. So I think it's also starting off of I think it also feels like our calendar is completely different to yours. I mean, we start in January, February with schools opening up and universities, and I think you guys start only like later in September. It almost feels like it's a bit different. So just to kind of break away from the busy schedule, and I like playing games that are like no-brainers. I can just sit in front of the PC and just veg. I can just play games, and the game that I've been playing is called Luma Island. I don't know if you are familiar with it, but it is like I tend to enjoy the Animal Crossing clones. So something very similar to that. So I mean, you don't find You don't have Animal Crossing on PC, but playing that. So Luma Island, it was my go-to over the past few weeks and playing it. And you build, or you actually have like tasks that you have to do, and the specific version, they also have like pirates in it, so you pick up gold coins, and then you have to help repair pirate ships and things, or you have to find lost crew and everything. So I actually do have a little video clip of a trailer.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, we can have a look at this one. Let's check it out.
This is so cute.
It is. Yeah, so
It's got
I've seen this before, and I've seen people talking about it, and
yeah.
I've seen you playing it as well. I've seen your activity status, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, I was interested in looking into that one too recently.
It's got
Yeah.
like a claymation type look.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So you'll see within the little video, you saw like a little mushroom character walking behind the main character, and so those are lumas, and you can they are hatched they're in eggs, and then you'll find like different characters, and they have different like specialities. Like say for instance, if the mushroom one would probably help you with harvesting, so then you might like have a 20% added bonus if you have that luma released, and then when you harvest, then you get more crops. And then you have one luma that would say, for instance, if you have to fight pirates, then that would also help attack. So it's actually quite cute. And you do fishing, you create potions, and it's just something that's really fun. You might find if people aren't into cozy games, that you get into the thing where it feels like it's repetitive, where you have one section and you have to build up to a certain level until you open up a new island or a new section in the game. But that's something that doesn't bother me. I enjoy something that you can like really grind and go according to like collecting things. I mean, you're also quite a collector. I know, picking up things, and you don't run out of space in this one, so that's really cool.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yes.
I think it's really cute. I
For
did
sure,
see
that's
this.
a kind of game that I would definitely try
Yeah.
out.
I did see it it's on Steam, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really
I
fun game.
did see I'm almost positive I did see that. I should have gotten that during the Steam winter. They
Yeah.
had like the winter I think it was
Sales.
Sale?
Yeah, the winter sale. Though
Luckily, Steam does do a lot of sales like frequently throughout the year, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
eventually you'll be able to again.
So you can actually double up. You can play Luma Island, have a cup of cocoa with a blanket over your legs and the heater on, and just relax. Because you kind of prepared if there is something that will attack you. You kind of go into certain areas, but the rest of the time it's all fun and no jump scares or any zombies that are going to chase you.
Right. I do this all the time during when Steam has sales. I will buy stuff if it's like really cheap, but I've never played. I probably have a list of games on Steam that I have not played, and they're probably like 40 to 50 of them. I just get them during sales, and I'm like, oh, I might eventually want to play that later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have tons of them. I'm just like, I really should go back and so that's another thing that you can do when you're kind of trapped inside for a little bit is go through your Steam list, because I know some of you are just like me.
That library was full
it's
of
sort of like
unread books.
hoarding, but for games.
Right.
You gotta go through
shame.
and like spring clean, but by spring clean, you're not removing them; you're just playing them.
Yeah. The nice thing with Steam is that you actually have like little achievements. So if you collect the little cards or the badges, so maybe taking one game at a time and saying, okay, well, I'm going to try get this one done,
Yeah.
and maybe get some achievements or badges at the end of the day. Because there's another thing that I've also been chasing, because you get foil cards also. So it's something that's like a little bit more advanced, or I don't know, it's for the die-hard gamers that really have to go and collect these little badges.
Right.
So that's quite cool also.
But that's all a part of gamification. They've implemented this into everything now. I mean, even Facebook has these gamifications now. It's like post one day, you know what I mean? Like for this day, and you'll get a star, or certain
Yes.
things. Like they've implemented gamification.
They'll give
to
you
everything.
incentive and then reward
Yeah.
you for it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's a little interesting to see how we've gone from, social media just being this place where people come online just to browse or just to share things, put them out into the world, to now we're being incentivized and rewarded for basically indulging in this whole other like social structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to incentivize the Brain Hacks podcast crew, you are more than welcome to head on over to our Linktree /Brain Hacks and sign up for our weekly newsletter, and some of the, give us some ideas what you'd like us to talk about. Or if you are interested in being a guest on our show to talk about some science, technology, engineering, art, or making, we would love to have you. But incentivize us, give us a reason to have you on. We also love coffee. We're just saying.
Yes.
Yeah. She's taunting me because I can't currently have coffee, but I
Right.
see how
Aw.
it is.
Yeah. Poor Nova has had to be cozy grounded from
Indeed.
food. We were in the emergency room twice.
Oh.
Yeah,
no.
it was very not fun.
Yeah.
And since then, I've had to take a step back from my usual routine to kind of slow things down a little bit, maybe like back up from the things that I'm used to doing and like try different things. So in the process, I've sort of had to rely on like my, I guess, the things that I am familiar with, outside of like food and like things that I can consume. Just to sort of like cope with the fact that I am missing my favorite like food and drinks so bad.
Yeah.
I've been this is actually really funny, but one of the things that I've been doing to cozy up in the meantime is I tend to I'm not very much of an individual who likes slow-paced cozy games. I like the grind. I'm somebody who just cannot stop the grind. I don't know what it is. If I slow down, I feel like I'm never gonna pick back up again. So I gotta
Yeah.
keep going. I'm like a hamster on a wheel. If I stop, we're done. So I've been on the grind actually, in terms of cozy. And I know that sounds sort of like conflicting, but hear me out. I tend to have a habit of cosifying like the grind. I don't know if that makes sense, but when you get used to being productive or grinding so much on certain projects or just doing things like working really hard, you kind of tend to find like a little bit of, I guess, like comfort in it. Once you're like really in the zone. Like I don't know if you guys have ever had this where you're studying for something, or maybe you're doing research on something, or you're just really in the zone with doing something, and you just kind of, I guess as people my age would call it, you enter a flow state.
Yeah.
Where you're just in it and you're vibing with it. I do that when I'm like playing grindy games. And I've been doing that ironically with this one game. It's a game on Roblox called Deadly Delivery, where you enter an elevator with either a group or a friend, and you go down into like the depths of like, I guess, like the underground or like the sewers or something, and you have to search for little knickknacks, particularly food, and you have to bring it up to the surface because it's like, I guess, a post-apocalyptic kind of environment or whatever. and there are a ton of like monsters and like mobs that you like run into and have to like either defeat or like find your way around. And that sounds very grindy, but I've found that playing with one of my best friends has been really cozy for me because I feel like I haven't been able to sort of like sit down recently and just kind of like game with friends, kind of hang out, and like being able to do that is already one of my favorite cozy things to do. So being able to do that while also feeling like I'm being productive and then entering that flow state while I'm doing that has been sort of like fun for me, you know, even though it's there's like a pressure on you. You're like, oh, there's a timer in the game too. You have to get there back to the elevator at the right time. So you're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to get all the trinkets from the ground or from this floor. And then I have to avoid the monsters. And then I got to get in the elevator on time. It's like, it's so stressful. But for me, it's just like, once you get in that loop, you're just like, oh, I like doing this. It's very nice. And one of my favorite things about it too is not only do they have like a challenging mode, like a difficult mode for people who are really into like the gotta make it, you know, challenging for me, but they also have a casual mode too. So if you do want to like take it back and just kind of like flow through with ease, maybe you're just kind of like relaxing either by yourself or with a friend, you can do that. And I really like that. It's really fun.
What is this called?
It's called Deadly Delivery. They're actually,
Deadly
it's really
Delivery.
funny. They're actually doing a collaboration with Stranger Things right now. And
Oh.
you would think it would be really stressful, but I feel like every other floor outside of the Stranger Things floor is like way more stressful.
It sounds something like it sounds kind of like a goblin. If anybody knows like goblins like to just like dragons too, I guess. But and a lot of games like goblins will just like take little trinkets of everything like and put them in their big packs and like run off with them, or dragons just collect things and keep them in their little area. I can see. And you mentioned food. You mentioned like
Yep.
going down into the I had to laugh from it because I'm making a a laughable situation out of what you've been doing the past
Yep.
couple of days because you were in the emergency room. Nova has an ulcer. So she has been restricted to certain foods. And when she had mentioned like going down and searching for food, I was like, she must be so hungry right now.
Yep.
She's like missing
You
her
got
like,
it.
little desserts and coffees.
We gotta find a way through somehow, right? My way of coping is playing video games where I can go hunting for food that I can't eat.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned like the cozy game. My cozy game is finding food.
That's the state of things right now, guys.
That sounds really fun though. I love collecting. I think that,
Oh yeah.
that would be very
It's been-
cozy to me.
It's it's stressful, but
Yeah.
it's up my alley. My pace
Yeah.
is, I like it difficult.
I think I can see that where some people think that, cozy has to be, just calm and
Very
relaxed and everything like
slow.
that. But when you're in a state of you feel comfortable, you know what you're doing, you like doing certain things, that can be your cozy too.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
too, it also sort of just it makes sense for me because I'm somebody who likes constantly being productive. I can't rest like ever. I'm a very restless person. So
Yeah.
just kind of slowing it down is not my style. I'm an artist, okay? Like when
Yeah.
I get into that flow state, I'm used to doing that. I'm used to once I click in, that's my relaxation. And not only that, but I feel like too, as somebody with ADHD, being able to sort of click into a mode where I'm able to focus on something and really just like flow through it, that feels so euphoric for me. Like I'm like, I'm
yeah.
able to do that. I'm able to do that, and it feels good to be able to.
D, is that something you find common with those with let's say anxiety, for instance, where they're fixated and they got to keep going because they don't want to stop, and that anxiety will kick in if we're in that quiet mode?
It can. It's not. It's a lot of times it's like what Nova said, that you get into that flow or you get into that hyper focused state,
Yep.
and everything else falls away.
Mm.
So yes, there is that chance that it'll come rushing back when you come out of that hyper focus. I know a lot of people with ADHD, myself included, go from hyper focus to hyper focus to hyper focus.
Mm.
We go from one thing to another, and it's just a part of the what it is we're seeking that dopamine hit,
Mhm.
and the flow state is like a constant dopamine hit. It's like a constant. It's like all of a sudden our brains are working like, quote unquote, like they're supposed to.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, we're able to focus, we're able to get things done, we're able to be productive and that sort of thing. And then, you know, so that's actually one reason why people will seek a hyper focus. And then when that one ends or they get bored with it or whatever, they immediately redirect to another one.
Right.
Mhm.
And it is there is something to the staving off the anxiety or the lack of focus or the the troubles of the world
Mhm.
by doing this sort of thing. But I think that that is really important, because if we bathe ourselves in the things that make us anxious, then we never find the cozy.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. I agree. And and it's lately I've been finding I'm in that same type of grinding hyper focused state. Now that
Yeah.
because I've always all my life I've been that I've got to do so I've got to find something else. I've got to find something else, another project, another, volunteer, another, activity, another event and whatever. Next, 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 next. And it's gotten to the point where I need to focus on myself. So I feel very selfish if I'm just like, no, this is my time. I feel very selfish for doing that because I'm always all my life I've been like somebody else, and something else.
Mhm.
And it's taken away from me. So now I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, I've got to focus on me, and I feel very selfish for doing that. And so if I'm sitting down playing a game, or if let's say I'm sewing, or I'm, reading a book. I can't even read books anymore because my mind just goes everywhere. But if I'm doing something for myself, I I always have that little thought in the back of my mind. Is this coziness really helping me? Because I should be doing something else. There's some other productive thing I should be doing for somebody else, and I feel guilty about it. And I think for me, I need to get over that.
Mhm.
But I think I don't think I'm the only one who's in that state of mind where we feel like I'm sitting here reading a book, my feet are kicked up, I have my coffee, I really should be doing something else, you
Like
know?
I s
The
like I termed it, something important,
Yeah.
something productive. But there is this thing where, you know, doing stuff for yourself is recharging your batteries.
Mhm.
Doing stuff
That's
for
exactly what I was
yourself
gonna say.
is recharging your batteries and enables you to do those quote unquote important things,
Mhm.
Mhm.
because you can only go so long before your body gives out, your brain power gives out. You know, we're talking spoon theory, spell slots, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but when you humans have finite energy. We are not machines that can just keep going and going and going. And even machines break down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Maintenance.
when you are taking that time for yourself, instead of saying, "Oh, I should be doing something productive," I tell people you are being productive. Doing nothing is still doing something,
Mhm.
because that doing nothing is recharging your batteries.
Right.
Absolutely. I was
And
Good
gonna oh,
point.
sorry. Go on ahead.
it's just like plugging in your phone. It's a whole lot easier to just plug your phone in and walk away from it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay? Because sitting there tied to your recharge, it is, I don't know about
It's only
anybody
going
else.
to drain the battery even more.
Yeah, it really is. So taking that time for yourself is really,
That's crucial.
exactly. That's the word I was looking for. And it is required.
Yeah.
Mm. I felt the
Yeah.
same way as you, Kat,
Mhm.
when it came to taking care of myself and sort of like having to step back from the grind, because like I said, I'm somebody who likes being productive all the time, not just because I'm somebody who likes getting things done, but also because of the anxiety part. But for a long time I thought of it the same way until my friends started telling me like that what you're doing is important, and I had to start reframing it in my mind from being selfish, as like selfishness is often perceived as such a negative, it has such a negative connotation, right? People will always be like, oh, that's selfish of you to do that, it's selfish, selfish is bad. But like taking care of yourself, sure, people can frame it as selfish, but you're taking care of yourself, and there's nothing wrong with looking after yourself in
Right.
order to, you know, like Dee said, be able to do the important things that you're wanting to get back to. You have to recharge yourself. You have to put that back into yourself. When I started seeing it as less of I started seeing it less as stepping away from doing important things and seeing it as contributing to being able to do those important things. And that really helped with my guilt in terms of feeling bad for taking care of myself and feeling bad or guilty for not doing or not actively working on the things that I wanted to be working on. If I work on myself, I'll be able to work on those things. And not just that, but if I work on myself, I'm taking care of me, and that's an important thing as well.
And I think that's a, you know, what we talk about cozy today. And I think that's something you really need to take away from what you learn with this is, yeah, we're discussing different things on ways to be cozy, but I think it's very important to know that being cozy and relaxing is for you. It's not selfish. Do those things. You know, we have hobbies, we have things we like to do. We enjoy, even
A form of
if your
self-care.
thing, if your way of cozy is inviting a friend to go for coffee, that do it. That's perfectly fine. It's but being alone is fine too. So whatever
For
you
sure.
feel that cozy is, it's not selfish to do that, and that's something I'm still working on. So don't feel like you're alone in that. I think one of the things for me with cozy, I do like games. I have been playing a couple of cozy games, but I also enjoy, I love my video games, tabletop games. And the main reason I really like those, and I call those my cozy go-to, is because it allows me to go into a world that I don't have to have responsibility, a lot of responsibility, like, bills to pay and have to worry about what's on the news and have to worry about taking care of, my significant other or my, children or, whatever it is, your work, whatever it is, for me, going and playing a game or being in a different world is a different state of mind. And that kind of is my cozy. So instead, if I can't get online and I can't play a game, or I'm not very good at like doing what Dee is doing and crocheting, right? Or anything like that, or I can't sit down and write music like Robert can, or I'm not an artist, I can't do what Nova can do. I have my own type getting away if I can't get online, right? So I like to do miniatures. So, doing little miniature worlds of things, and creating a totally new, unique place for me. And so I'm going to show you kind of an idea of what I had put together for my miniatures. That that I just kind of enjoy and I don't really do it. Like, I don't play little figurines or anything. It's just, I put them together to make a totally new world.
Those
So
are cute.
I love
Yeah.
that.
That's great.
Thank you. They're just little miniatures I put together and I try to make it my own little world. Like I said, I have like my attention spans all over the place, but it's one of those things I feel like I can be cozy by making my own world. So,
Right.
so if that's something that you're into as well, like miniatures are a great little thing. There's lots of videos on YouTube that you can watch other people do miniatures. I've seen some where people actually cook on the little miniature like ovens, and they bake things. It's really kind of cute and neat. So if that's something you're interested in, head on over to YouTube and look at that too. So many cozy things that we can
Yeah.
talk about and get into. But I do want to kind of leave with one little, the little clip of a game I have been playing the heck out of this
She
past.
cannot emphasize that any more than she already has.
And it's a new game that it's actually been in the making for like 7 years. And finally, the game now came out in official beta. I guess it's still in testing, but it's a solid game. So it's a very cozy game. If you are familiar, and I know you guys probably are familiar with Minecraft, then this game really kind of took it was from a company or a server that used to play Minecraft, and it was a Hightail server, and then they created Hightail, the official game. So let's take a look at this clip. It's really cute.
It's just as beautiful as it is promoted to be, by the way.
It is. It's very fun. The whole family plays. It's a great game so far. You can head on over to our YouTube to check it out as well. Some live gameplays. I would really love for our crew to get on and play this game and create a little community.
Definitely
Together, like,
keen.
it doesn't have to be
Are you
perfect,
going to
but
come get me out of the corner that I get trapped in?
You know,
Because
it's
I
funny
promise I
because
will find the corner to get trapped in.
we're just gonna be like, "Where's Dee? She's in that little hole she dug right there."
Yeah. Trying to switch out my things and things like that. I promise you,
Well,
I
it's
am the person
the
that
funny
you have to come
thing-
get.
we all thought that, my family thought that about Kat when she started playing, because she's usually like that with games like this. Okay, in Minecraft, she'll dig herself like 3 blocks down and put a dirt block over her head. Okay. She does not like fighting mobs. But with this game, she has been thoroughly like clearing out like underground like caverns and everything. It is honestly fascinating.
I couldn't believe. Yeah.
The game has brought out like a warrior in you.
It's very relaxing. Talk about cozy. It's very relaxing. Absolutely.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. I can vouch for that.
So check out some of the games. You can head on over to our Discord as well. We'll put those games that we've mentioned and some of the hobbies that we've mentioned as well up on there. Some links to some other areas that you can check out if you are interested. And from everything that Dee has been talking about, Nova, Robert, and myself, we will have a list of things. But head on over to our Discord. You can get that right from our Linktree website. Just click the link for Discord and it'll bring you right to our server. And trust me, we check that all the time. And we also put our events up there. And make a comment about today's episode, what you thought and what you'd like to see us talk about, or other guest speakers if you're interested in being a guest speaker.
Absolutely.
So, any last things before we wrap it up, guys?
Remember, you are important. You are one of those important things you have to take care of.
Yes, absolutely.
And getting cozy and doing self-care is the absolute best way to prioritize and make yourself important. So, Kat, you're important.
This is why I like hanging with Dee. She always reminds me. Stop. No negativity.
That's it. Yeah. Be kind to yourself.
Everyone needs a friend like that. Everyone does.
Yeah.
For sure.
And last but not least, head on over to the Family Cafe website, which is familycafe.net. If you're going to be in the Orlando area anytime, we will be at speaking at the 28th annual. Well, I don't know why it closed there. The 28th annual Family Cafe on special needs and disabilities, June 12th through the 14th. Kat and Nova will be on a panel, and we'll be speaking about video games, online communities, and art and making, and how that can really help caregivers in that downtime. We're talking about cozy and being taking time for yourself. That is most especially important for those who are caregivers of special needs or disabilities, or even if you're yourself, you have some struggles and challenges that you're facing. It's very important that you take that time for yourself. And Nova and I will be talking about that, and Robert and Dee will be there as well. So if you want to meet us in person, if you want to talk some more about that, and if you want us to come out and speak at your event, we will be there on the 28th annual Family Cafe, June 12th through the 14th. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see you next month on every last Saturday at 8 a.m. if we can get out of bed. And we will make sure we are on time. So we'll see you guys next month in February.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Rain